Good morning, everyone. So, we're discussing the chapter three dimensional geometry, and we solved problems from the equation of planes from this exercise 11.3. So, today we will talk about the angle between two planes and problems from it, that is, problems from exercise 11.3. So, what is the angle between two planes? So if the angle between two planes is theta and their vector representation is given in this form, then cos theta is given by vector n dot product with vector n2 divided by the mod value of vector n1 into the mod value of vector n2. Now, if the angle between two planes is theta, then the angle between their normal is also theta. So this theta we need to find is the cos theta between two vectors n1 and n2 is given by their dot product by their mod value, multiplication of their mod value. Okay. Now if we want to write this cos theta, value of the cos theta, into the Cartesian form, for that we need to find the equation of the normal, right, normal to the plane, that is vector n1 and vector n2. Just find the dot product of them, that is cos theta is given by a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 under root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into under root a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. Okay. So this is the two formula for finding the angle between two planes. One is vector form, another is Cartesian form. Now, when two lines are perpendicular and when two lines are parallel, so the condition for parallelity and parallelism and perpendicularity. So, condition for two planes are perpendicular. Now, if theta is 90 degree, then cos 90 is 0. So, if cos 90 is 0, then the dot product of those vector n1 and vector n2 will be 0. And the angle between these two vectors n1 and n2 will be also pi by 2, that is 90 degree. Now if the dot product is 0, so from here you can write the Cartesian form also, that is a1 e2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 will be 0. If this value is 0, that means the planes are perpendicular to each other. Now condition for the parallel planes. If two planes are parallel and their vector representation are given in this form, that is r into vector n dot product with vector n1 equals to d1, vector r dot product with vector n2 equals to d2. If they are parallel, that means their normals are also parallel, and we can write vector n1 is equals to lambda into vector n2. This is the condition for parallel vector, where lambda is a scalar quantity. And if we represent this in the Cartesian form, we can find the condition for parallelism is a1 by a2 equals to b1 by b2 equals to c1 by c2. That is the coefficient, the ratio of the coefficients of x, y and z are equal. Ratio of the coefficients are equal. a1 upon e2, that is ratio of the coefficient x, a1 upon e2, ratio of the coefficients y, b1 upon b2, and ratio of the coefficients z, c1 upon c2 are equal. So these two condition and previous two formulas, we will use these formulas and we will solve the questions from 11.3, exercise 11.3 from your exercise NCERT book. So here is the question number 12. You need to find the angle between two planes where vector equations are given. So two vector equations are given. You need to find the angle between them. That is, from here you can easily find the value of cos theta, and you can find the theta is equals to cos inverse angle. Cos inverse the value, and this is the angle theta. Now this is the formula, vector n2 in dot product with vector n1 vector in dot product with vector n2 and their multiplication of their mod value. Now vector n1 is here 2 I cap plus 2 j cap minus 3 k cap And vector n2 is here 3I cap minus 3j cap plus 5k cap. Now comparing these two, you can write if the angle is theta between the vector n1 and n2. So cos theta can be written by this formula. So just put the values of their vectors and write down the mod values also. So that will be minus 15 upon root 17 into root 53. Since this mod value we are taking, so we will ignore the minus negative sign before 50. Okay, so theta is equals to cos inverse 15 upon under root 731. Okay, so this is the angle between the given planes. So write down the answer, that is the required angle. So the angle between the given planes, this and this, is cos inverse 15 upon root 731. Okay, so the vector equation is given. How to find the angle? I hope this is clear to you with the formula and with the example also. Now, if the Cartesian form is given and you need to find the angle between two lines, or you need to check they're parallel or perpendicular, then how to check this one? So look at here, question number 13. So in this question number 13, A, B, C, D and E. 5 questions are there under question number 13. Here you need to check they are parallel or perpendicular, and if they are parallel or not, neither perpendicular nor parallel, then you need to find the angle between them. Now look at these two equations. 7x plus 5y plus 6z plus 30 equals to 0. 3x minus y minus 10z plus 4 equals to 0. So now if the angle between these two planes is theta, then cos theta can be written as by the formula a1a2 plus b1b2 by plus c1 c2 upon under root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square under root a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. So if we compare the given equations, then first of all write down what is a1 b1 c1 and a2 b2 c2. So a1 is 7, b1 is 5 and c1 is 6. So just put their values. A1, A2 means 7 into 3, 21. B1, B2 is 5 into minus 1, that is minus 5, and 6 into minus 10, that is minus 60. And if we just simplify this value, you can find 44 upon root 110 square, that is 44 upon 110. Just simplify it, you can find 2 by 5. So what is theta? Theta is cos inverse 2 upon 5. So the angle between these two given planes is cos inverse 2 by 5. Clear? So moving to the next question, 13, question number B. Look at the equation. 2x plus y plus 3z minus 2 equals to 0. X plus 2y plus 5 equals to 0. Now from the equation, you can easily say that the equation, the planes are not parallel to each other. So here is the formula between the angle between two planes. So if the Cartesian form is given, you need to use the formula cos theta is equal to a1 a2 b plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 by under root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square under root a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. Now compare these two equations. There is given equation and the formula. So you can find that a1 is equals to 2, b1 is 1 and c1 is 3, and a2 is 1, b2 is minus 2 and c2 is 0. Okay. Now just find the value of a1, a2 since it is not parallel. So by the equation, by seeing the equation, you can easily say that the equations are not parallel to each other. That is, the planes are not parallel to each other. So if they are not parallel, let us check they are perpendicular or not. That is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2. If we find the value of them, that is 2 into 1, that is 2. 1 into minus 2, that is minus 2 plus 0. So ultimately the value is 0. Since a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is 0, that means the planes are perpendicular to each other. This is the Cartesian condition for perpendicularity. So if two planes are perpendicular to each other, that means in the Cartesian form, the condition in the Cartesian form is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 will be 0. Okay. So moving to the next question, question number C. So look at the question number C. 2x minus 2y plus 4z plus 5 equals to 0. First equation of the plane, and the second equation is 3x minus 3y plus 6z minus 1 equals to 0. Now look at the given equation. If we check the ratio, 2 by 3 minus 2 by minus 3, 4 by 6. Now if we check the ratio, the ratios are equal to each other, right? So that means the planes are parallel to each other. So now if the planes are parallel, so just we need to find the ratio of a1 by e2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2. So for that, first of all, compare the equation, given equation, and the formula. So just write down what is a1, what is b1, what is c1. So 2 minus 2, 4, a1, b1, c1, and a2, b2, c2, 3 minus 3, 6. Now if we find the ratio a1 by a2, that is 2 upon 3, b1 by b2 minus 2 upon minus 3, which is 2 upon 3, c1 by c2 is 4 by 6, that is 2 upon 3. So the ratios are equal to 2 upon 3. Clear? Since the ratios are equal, we can easily say that the given planes are parallel to each other. Okay. Now moving to the next question, question number D. 2x minus y plus 3z minus 1 equals to 0. 2x minus y plus 3z plus 3 equals to 0. Now look at the given equation, 2x minus y plus 3z. And here also in the second equation, 2x minus y plus 3z. So from seeing the equation, you can easily say that the equations, that is the planes, are parallel to each other, right? Since the planes are parallel to each other, just write down the condition, that what is a1, what is a2, what is b1, what is b2, what is c1 and what is c2. So write down the value of a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 and find their ratios, that is a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2. So the ratio is 1. The ratio is equals to 1, that is e1 upon e2 equals to b1 upon b2 equals to c1 upon c2 equals to 1. Now since the ratios are equal, that means they are parallel to each other. Now question number E. Question number E is your homework. So you will solve the question number E, and in the next class we will talk about some more formulas and we will complete the exercise 11.3. Till then, practice the previous questions and solve the examples also, and try to solve the problems from 11.3. Till then, practice it, and if any problem or any doubt is there, you're free to ask. Thank you.